empty home.
The moral of the story is get married.
Get married, or I mean, you guys have roommates. If Wyatt's here waiting for you,
who's the
roommate? Alex and Brandon,
and Kyle and Trevor,
dude. Chad was asking about becoming a new roommate.
You got to be careful about Michael because he might.
You guys are trying to get that
you in your sleep.
You guys are gonna get bunk beds. You guys are going to try to double up on bunk beds in each room, and you're going to really try to bring down the rent on each other.
I'm going to get top bunk, though.
So,
top bunk.
You know what I learned when I started going to like camp and stuff, and I was probably about 16 when this started happening. I started going bottom bunk.
Oh, yeah. Everybody
started going bottom bunk, and
people were
like, no, top bunk. I'm like,
bottom bunk is actually
like
that.
Rolling out of bed in the morning during camp on bottom bunk hits different.
It does.
I'll give top bunk this. It forces you to wake up and start using your muscles, right?
Also, no. This is my thing. Top bunk, both at Maranatha, at the Wilds, at pretty much that's it.
Cheerleader camp.
The cheerleader camp. Pilates class, those overnight trips.
With the
grandmas.
No, I was teaching Pilates for a minute. No,
is this like a Ben Stiller situation where he's like, you can do it?
The problem with bottom bunk is there might be a chaperone, or the guys who don't really want to stay up late and hang out were always bottom bunk. So all the kids who were chill and wanted to talk and hang out and throw things at each other were top bunk. So you felt like you were out of the party if you were below it. You had to be elevated to be at an elevated,
Yeah, well, okay,
level
so
of
I'll
fun.
give you this. Top bunk, especially at like camps, right? Where you can see everybody else going down the line on top bunk. Right, you kind of have to look down to see everybody on bottom bunks, right? The top bunks, you can see all your friends, and you can throw stuff at each other, and you can, make noise, right?
Mm-hmm.
But man, bottom, when you get older, right, and you don't want to have to climb down off of top bunk, and when it's nighttime, frankly, you want to go to sleep or watch a YouTube video or just chill out.
Yeah,
you go bottom bunk, right? And preferably bottom bunk where up against a corner or a wall.
Yeah, so you're in a cave.
That's where it's at.
Now, I remember Luke's dad, Lemuel Rivers. I took top bunk at Camp Fairview one time. And Camp Fairview is just a hallway of beds. There's there's not many corners.
And he was underneath you?
No.
Oh.
I don't remember who was underneath me. I took top bunk, and the bed's there.
Yep.
No
rails,
no nothing. I didn't realize this.
Oh, yeah.
In my sleep, it's concrete floor, which, by the way, I know people call our generation soft and snowflakes, but who the heck, if you're not in the military, why would you get a bunch of kids to sleep like friggin' 7 feet up off the floor with concrete below you? You do realize one good smack on the head can kill a person, right?
But how many kids have died from that?
I don't know, not many.
None.
I didn't die.
0. I've heard lots of stories of people falling off of those exact bunk beds. You know how many died? Nada. That's
sure?
Spanish for 0. Positive.
To finish my story.
Nada's not Spanish for 0.
Okay.
Zero. Is 0.
Okay. it's none.
What is nada from?
It is Spanish. It's none.
Okay.
Right, or nothing.
Yeah,
right?
that could be true, but it's not 0.
But it's zero.
Joshua with the technicalities. Well, to finish my story, I woke up on the bottom bunk when I fell asleep on the top, and I'm like, how did I get here? I guess no one was sleeping under me. I guess that makes sense. But I was top bunk because I was trying to be with the party. And I woke up on the bottom bunk, and I was like, how did I get here? I look in the mirror, have a bruise here. My knee hurts really bad. And I'm like, what happened? And Mr. Rivers, Lemuel, comes up to me and says, you fell off. You didn't wake up. I picked you up and put you on the bottom bunk and in your sleep. I'm convinced no person in the right mind can sleep through that. I think I hit my head, and I think I passed out in my sleep. I think I literally passed out.
Okay, so you just told a story where you slept, fell off the bed, and Nothing bad. I thought this was going to be a horror story or something.
No, it was more of a miracle story.
You want to hear a horror story?
Yes.
Okay.
We're getting closer and closer to Halloween. Why not?
So,
way back in my crouton days, I listened to this podcast called Wise Works Podcast. It gave me good goofs. It gave me good gaffs. And this little clip you saw, it was a portion of it. But if you want to see the full episode, go to Wise Works Podcast for the full episode. So, go find us there.